Hello everybody and welcome to the second ever broadcast brought to you live and direct from XP Metal Detectors. My name is Michael Eakers and I am going to be one of your hosts for today's show, and boy what a show we have planned for you today. So if you're here to learn all about the new Icon range of metal detectors and see and hear them in action, then you really are in the right place. Now don't forget, this is completely live, so anything can happen during this show and it could be potentially out of our control. So please bear that in mind. That being said, make sure you come and say hello So without further ado, I think it's probably time to go straight in with a nice video prepared for you with regards to the Icon metal detector. Let's do it. Okay, so there we are. There is the Icon and the Icon X in action, and that clip is taken from one of our latest videos, which of course is going to be online soon for you to watch as well. But I'm not your only host for this evening. In fact, we're joined by a very special guest indeed. And if you remembered the last live show, you'll remember this guy very well because he needs no introduction. However, some say that the contents of his pockets alone are enough to fill 40 kilograms worth of airplane luggage. And when his telephone rings, living room lights as far as the Pyrenees have been known to dim. We of course know him as the Oracle, but let's welcome Sylvain into the show. Hello Sylvain, are you there?
Hello everybody, thank you for the introduction.
Well, as I said, we do have a lot to get through in tonight's show, so we're going to try and move the pace on as fast as humanly possible. First up, we want to go through some news. So we've got a couple of bits of news aside the new Icon range of detectors that we want to get through. Play that for you. Perfect, so welcome to XP News. As you know, we have recently launched our new range of metal detectors, which are of course the XP Icon and the Icon X. However, there are some other products that we would like to mention as well. So very recently we also announced a new stem option. In fact, there's two new stem options for you to have a look at. So I'm just going to bring a picture on the screen for you now, and then we can all have a look at it together, and then we'll know exactly what we're talking about. So hopefully you can see that particular stem. We have introduced a full carbon fiber upper stem, as well as a lower stem as well, and this is known as the D044 Super Light stem. Is there anything you want to add to that, Sylvain?
It could be a really good option to upgrade your Deus 2 if you already have one. And yes, it's. I think it's the lightest stem, as we know.
It is indeed. It's the lightest stem on the market today. In fact, it could very well be the lightest stem ever produced for a metal detector as well. So it is incredibly light. And it's a real pleasure to use as well, because of course you've got the rigidity of the carbon fiber, and of course it's just super light to swing as well, which is really good. Now with regards to this stem, I believe the weight actually of this particular unit is very impressive, and just to give you kind of an idea as to how much this weighs, it is similar to this can of metal detecting beverage. This is an unnamed beverage, but I'm sure you can all purchase a beverage similar to this, and that stem weighs exactly the same as one can of this popular beverage. Just to point out that this is not available in any shops, and you cannot order this from your local dealer. Maybe one day. But to give you an idea as to how light that stem is, it really is incredible. Another thing to point out with it as well is that if you want a really super light setup for your Deus 2, then of course you now have the option to add the Icon 28cm coil to that stem as well, and that's going to give you a super light configuration to go metal detecting with. And it's important to remember that even with the 28cm coil, that is just, it's so light, isn't it? It's incredible, Sylvain. Really incredible.
Yes, it's as I remember. Yes, it's 700 grams. I think with
710 grams.
Yes.
Yeah, with the coil, absolutely. So if you do want the lightest configuration possible, then go for the D044 super light stem with the new Icon coil, and you really have something that is incredibly light, efficient to use. And of course, you're going to be able to detect with it all day as well, which is very, very impressive. But also, we do have something else to show you as well, because this is part of the news section. So let me show you this picture. This one here, you see, is different to the D044. This is the D044C, which is the stem that you're probably used to if you have the XP Deus 2, only now we've introduced a carbon fiber upper and lower stem, making it even lighter still. Have you used this one yet, Sylvain?
It's my current configuration actually, so yes.
Yeah.
Because I like the adjustable armrest. But yes, it's my configuration actually.
And it's important to mention as well that this particular stem is now shipped with the Deus 2. So if you're thinking about purchasing the Deus 2, now's no better time, because this is the option that you will get with your Deus 2. Which is next up. I just want to go straight into a video which is essentially showing me unboxing the Icon or the Icon X metal detector in this video. XP have introduced a new charging system for the coil, and it's designed to be simple and practical in everyday use. Both detectors now use USB-C connectivity, and to access the connector, simply press the front button to unlock the protective cap. We have also introduced a stronger remote support system across the whole range. You can easily identify the updated version with the PA 20% FV marking. Mounting and removing the remote is very easy, but it's important to use the correct gesture. Now, with your thumb underneath the remote, it simply slides forward and off. You can clearly hear and feel the locking click when it's properly secured. We now offer a brand new V support, which gives you multiple setup options depending on your own preference. You can position it under the armrest for wall support, under the handle for ground support, or remove it entirely for a much cleaner setup. Yeah, and there you go. That was obviously a lot more in there than the V support, but it shows you now that essentially the bit that rests the detector on the floor or on the wall. You can either have it on, you can change the configuration as to where you put it, or of course you can actually completely remove it for an even lighter configuration. And again, that all comes with the XP Icon and the Icon X in the box, as you saw on the unboxing. So here we've got the new STEM remote holder. Now, you can identify it really simply, as explained in the video, because it has a PA6 20% FV marking. And this is now across the whole board, okay? So every metal detector that we offer, you will now receive this particular STEM mount. Anything you want to add to that, Sylvain?
No, yes. Now I think we have the perfect solution. So yes, it's secure. It's
great, perfect. So now we can move on to the next segment, and this is where we're actually going to show you the difference between the XP Icon and the Icon X, because believe it or not, there is a slight difference. These machines are both fast multi-frequency machines, correct? Right.
Yeah.
Up to 40 kilohertz as well, which is very impressive. It's very similar to the Deus 2 in terms of its performance, that's for sure.
Up to 40 kilohertz, like it's big brother the Deus 2, and if you pair it with the HF2, you could go up to 89 kilohertz as well, like the Deus 2. So yes. Perfect. But it's just automatic. You couldn't choose the multi-frequency band on the Icon. That's the main difference.
Okay, and we can also see there that you have a choice of mono frequencies as well. So the Icon operates between 4 kilohertz and 14 kilohertz. So you can select which one, either 4 or 14. And then you have a mono frequency of 4 kilohertz up to 28 kilohertz. Is that correct?
Yes, 4, 14, and 28 on the Icon X. So one more options.
Perfect. And the other difference, which I think will be a decider as to which one you want to purchase, is of course the amount of factory programs that you get as well. So the Icon has 3 factory programs plus 3 user programs. Now, what I believe user programs means is sort of customized program slots. Is that correct?
Yeah. But with the Icon, you have the 3 main sort of program as well as the Icon X. The Icon X is more precise. You could go a little further with the Icon X because, yes, for example, there is a forest program on the Icon X. There is no forest on the Icon, but if you tweak the Icon, you could have quite the same program on this one. So yes, just a little less option on the Icon.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think we understand. So lastly, Sylvain, I think a good question to ask is why would you choose one over the other? So why would somebody choose the Icon over the Icon X and vice versa? Could you help us out with that?
I think main reason will be certainly the price, because the Icon is cheaper than the Icon X. So yes, for the first time it starts under the 500 euros step. Icon X a little more expensive, but regarding the option, I may say that maybe the Icon X will be a better choice if you really want to go on the beach, for example.
Yeah.
Because of the reactivity settings, but in fact, if you like really the detection and you really believe that you want to go further, yes, the Icon X will be a good choice.
So another thing that we need to go through is, of course, the compatibility, and we like to call this the XP ecosystem. And one thing that I think is really important and should never really be overlooked is, of course, the fact that all of your Deus 2 accessories will essentially work with the icon. That's right, isn't it, Sylvain?
Yes, and I really like this philosophy we have in XP is the fact that, as I usually say, you don't really buy an XP metal detector. You invest in an XP metal detector because,
Great.
in fact, every accessory, every coil will be compatible between the Deus 2 and the icon. Because
let's have a look
all
here.
The FMF family, yes. Only one exception, it's about the experimenter, but except that, everything is compatible. Every headphones, every coil, yes, and stem also, MI6 of course, and they go terrain as well. Yes.
So there's one thing I've noticed on this picture, and that's the bone conduction headphones. Am I right in saying that the original bone conduction headphones won't work for, obviously, the icon, but there's a new version available? Is that right?
Yes, it's because it's a different. Yes, we have to change this. So we can't make it compatible. You have to buy another one, which is the BH02 instead of the BH01 for the DS2. But except that, everything which is wireless will be compatible with the icon, and also the opposite. You could you will be able to pair the icon coil to the DS2 and etc.
Yeah, and that's a really good feature, actually, because now, of course, you have the option to go for that really super light stem, which I was talking about earlier, and that, of course, means that you can add the Deus 2 to that particular configuration as well, which is really, really important. Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add in terms of compatibility and the ecosystem in? I think it's a really great feature. The fact that you can add all of the products that you've already purchased to this detector and vice versa. I mean, in terms of flexibility, that is really an incredible thing, right?
Yes. Again, it's yes. It will be all compatible, including the old headphones. So for all people who buy some old headphones, mono headphones, it will be compatible also with the icon, and so you don't. Yes, everything we could make compatible will be compatible.
I now want to talk about the programs as well, because we've talked about the differences between the Icon and the Icon X, and one has 3 programs, one has 6 programs. But let's just have a look at a little picture of what these programs are and where you might want to use them as well. So this is the 3 programs available to you on the Icon detector. You've got your field program, your beach and surf program, and your park program as well. Moving on to the Icon X, you can see that we now have more options, more configurations for you. You've got the field program with the addition of the trashy field program, now a forest program, park, wet beach and surf. So you have much more flexibility in terms of where you can use the Icon X, but of course it is adjustable as well. Now, can you explain to everyone watching what's the sort of difference between the field program or, say, the trashy field program? Is that just sort of customized settings inside of the control unit?
There is some settings you could change. We want to keep it simple, so you could change some settings, but every program has been made to be simple to use. So yes, if you are on a field, just select the field program and go detect. Trashy field, if you are on a busy field. Forest, if you are on the forest, it's like the name. Park, the same. We have some settings which is adapted for this environment. Wet beach and surf are the two main beach programs. So yes, wet beach is for it's all round. But quite sensitive program. Beach and surf, it's really to be with this program you will be able to go on any beaches, including the surf, including in the water. Yes, it will be an all-round program for every wet environment.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm sure every beach detectorist appreciates the fact that you can get this amazing stability even in the surf, so that it's not getting in the way of finding those nice targets. So just moving on to the last picture here, we have the settings menu. Now, this is available across both Icon and Icon X, and you can see some of the customizations that you can make to the specific program that you're making. Anyone that's familiar with the XP Deus 2 will also be familiar with some of these as well. So you have your tones, and this is essentially where you can change the amount of tones that you hear, whether it's 1, 2, 3 tones, full tones. You have your discrimination and notch, your iron volume, what frequency you want to use, whether it's up to 40 kilohertz fast multi-frequency or mono frequency. You can change your audio type as well. Do you just want to quickly remind us what audio types are included in the Icon and Icon X, Sylvain?
Yes, we try to sum up all the part of all the audio settings we make available on the Deus 2. So we name it audio type, but it includes plenty of things. You just simply choose from 1 to 3 for the Icon and 1 to 6 for the Icon X. You will recognize, if you are a Deus 2 user, the PWM audio type, the square audio type, and some other features included in this audio type setting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And also we have reactivity as well. So all of those are easily findable with the button that you see, right in front of you. And I must admit that using the Icon and the Icon X for a considerable amount of time and navigating myself through the menu, it's just so easy, isn't it? I can't kind of emphasize how easy and simple it is to use, even to the point where, you want to sort of adjust the sensitivity or something like that. It's usually just one button away, which I find a real pleasure actually to use as well. Next up, I am going to be happy to say that we are joined by a very special guest tonight, other than, of course, the Oracle, which is Sylvain. Now, don't forget, this is completely live. As you've seen, right, I've disappeared and come back, so we have no control over what happens, but we can absolutely try our best to make sure that this goes through to the correct person. Because joining us tonight is everyone's favourite New Yorker. And I believe that he's also on the beach as well. So hopefully we can get hold of the man and the one and only Merrill Kazanjian. So let's see if Merrill is going to join us, and hopefully the connection is stable, and hopefully this goes well. But he's on the beach and he's using the Icon for the very first time. Hello, Merrill. Are you there?
Hey, Michael. How are you, my friend?
I am very well, thank you. Yeah. So I see you're on the beach. I hope you're wearing your Bermuda shorts and Hawaiian shirt.
We are celebrating today. It's been a very cold winter. I've got my Bermuda shorts on, and we're celebrating this being the first day in the 80s in New York. It's really hot.
Yeah, I hear it's been pretty cold out there recently, so it's good to see you've got the sandals and shorts on and you're rocking the look.
Yes.
Most importantly, you're using the new XP Icon X. What's your first thoughts on the new detector, Merrill?
Oh, I am enjoying this. It has that Deus 2 feel. I like some of the new features. I mean, I love that there is something right up here for the clip. I did not bring my wire. This is the one situation where you would add a wire to the Deus 2. And I forgot that today, but it's silent. It's really good.
No diving for you today.
When you go over, yeah. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I just said no diving for you today.
No diving for me today. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, is there anything about the machine that stands out for you initially? I mean, you talked about the weight, but anything else?
The weight is really good. It's striking with the coil. This is really interesting. Watch this.
Wow, that's really high.
It's XP trademark. I'll never forget when I tried the Deus for the first time too. It was up by the box, the remote, and same thing with this. This is a really, really strong start.
That's good. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. I must admit, the weight is very impressive. When you pick the machine up to begin with, it's hard to imagine that actually it's a metal detector that can find all of these things. Oh, here we go.
This is going to be my first target.
It's the infamous gold coin we've been waiting for, isn't it, Merrill?
Well, it's ringing up more like silver, but let's see. I have a feeling, that it's clad, but... You know the similarity between the two.
We live in hope. We live in hope.
So, pinpointer too. We got to go the old-fashioned way. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. What have we got?
We are proud owners of a brand new dime, 2000 plus.
You're a dime up. I mean, hey, that's a dime you didn't have before you went to the beach. So,
free surprises. That's metal detecting for you.
Every day's a good day when you come home with more money than you had originally.
Absolutely.
So you've been using it a little time. So it's important to tell everyone actually that this is Merrill's very first time using the XP Icon. So I really wanted to kind of catch him on location, and we're really happy for you to kind of join in with the live show in this way. It's a shame, obviously, you can't kind of be on the show tonight, but you're here in body, on location on the beach, giving us your first impressions of what this machine can do. So you've tried a couple of programs. What program are you using at the moment, Merrill?
So right now, and this is very intuitive, I was able to sync the my headphones and also do a quick update last night. I'm doing the beach program. I knew right away it's right here to move the programs. I have a beach wet.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I can see you've got your sandals on. What's the chances of you heading down to a little bit of the surf so that we can kind of hear how the detector acts in some of the water, and hopefully we can hear how stable and quiet it is?
There we go. I'm taking... Oh, that's cold. I'm taking one for the team here, but...
Yeah, I'd be worried if it was hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice and quiet. This is the more challenging part of the beach because you get, sand is eroded rocks and, you get a lot of magnetic stuff down here and it could be very loud and chirpy, but nice and quiet. But again, I come to expect this from XP. I knew that this was going to be a great machine. Oh, yeah. We got something here.
We've got something. This is going to be diamond ring number 5.
Well, I tell you, it's got an interesting ring up right here.
Cool.
I'm hopeful.
Let's give it a dig. maybe we can be your lucky charm for today. Live on the show, you get something good. But hey, if it's another dime, then that's 2 dimes that you're going home with that you didn't have originally.
For sure. Let's get down to the water. We got it. Whatever it is.
At least it's not snowing, Merrill. I heard it's been snowing recently, so to see the sun out... Oh, hey, check it out. I saw something there.
I just got everybody's favorite target in the world. Yep.
It's a ring
This is an older one.
Absolutely.
But, right now it's a very sandy beach. These tend to show up when the beach is really sandy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, actually, aluminium ring pools are always going to come in as good targets. So that's a target anyone's going to dig. So that could have been anything at all. Listen, Merrill, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for joining into the show tonight and showing everyone your first thoughts, your first impressions on the XP Icon X. Just before we let you go, is there anything you want to say, anything you want to add for everyone that's listening?
No, I just, this is really cool. I think that people are going to love this. I'll be there next time with you and looking forward to that. And thank you everybody for watching.
Awesome, Merrill. Well, listen, if you do get that gold coin or whatever, then feel free to give me a text and you can come straight back on the show and show everyone what you found. But good luck, buddy. And thanks very much.
Sounds good. Thank you, my friend. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
There you go. There was Merrill Kazanjian live on the beach in New York, cleaning up all of those ring pools. So if you go to the beach in New York and you want to find some ring pools, then blame Merrill because he has found all of them. Really good first impression by Merrill there, actually, wasn't it, Sylvan?
Yes,
good to see it in action as well. Obviously, there was no noise in the surf, so he was using the beach surf mode on the Icon X, and it was just so quiet, wasn't it? It was almost perfect for him to do some recoveries in.
Yes. Regarding tests which have been made, yes, it's really stable, and yes, it's even me. I'm quite amazed by that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thanks again for Merrill for joining in to the shows this evening. But we don't just have Merrill, we also have another special guest as well. Now, he's called Cédric, and he is a very sort of prominent French content creator, and he also works with XP as well. So I think without further ado, we should bring Cédric on because he has very kindly recorded some amazing clips on the beach and done some tests for us with the Icon. So we've got some more footage to show you, thanks to Cédric, and we'll bring him on first and then we can play his clips. Bonjour, Cédric.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight and, of course, recording the clips for us to play as well with the Icon. That's much appreciated. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Cédric's clips, and he is on the beach using the Icon X, and he's going to show us a little bit about kind of the usage and some of the features and settings of the Icon X. Okay, well, let's go straight into Cédric's first video. So I'll let the video play, and yeah, if you guys want to describe what's happening in more detail, that would be great.
So very lightweight, and it just demonstrates the 6th program from the Icon X. So what is great with this detector is you just have to select program for adapt to your terrain, and you go detect. That's all. So as you can hear, on the surf zone, it's really silent, except when there is a target, like this one. Cédric really loved the pitch sound on the beach program, which offer a good contrast between external sound and the quiet sound from the detector when you operate it. There is a strong signal when you've got a target with it. So Cédric wants to highlight the fact that when the coil hits the waves, he stayed totally silent. Yes. So it's an old €1 because if you hear carefully, you will notice that yes, the detector will ring only on target, not for the wave or for the environment. Cédric demonstrates the fact that yes, the icon is indeed compatible with the HF2, the same coil as the Deus 2. It's not a prototype; it's a stock coil. And yes, indeed, it works. Even with the HF2, it's really stable, even in the surf area. Punchy sound on this target. Yes, it's a little earring with a little chain attached in silver, yes. Gold ring, 1.5 gram, about 25 centimeters.
Wow, that's small and very deep.
and you compare two programs, P5, which is only available on the Icon X, which is wet beach, and beach and surf, the P6. As you can hear, the P5, which is more sensitive, have a stronger signal on the gold ring. To remind, 1.5 gram at about 25 centimeters.
Let's move on to the next clip. This is going to show us the bottle cap, and I watched this clip earlier and I was like, that's just perfect. So if you're a beach detectorist, or even if you're out in the fields, have a look at what this machine can do, because it's really, really cool. So let's play that one now. Again, Sylvain, if you want to out people watching.
So yes, Cédric, compare one ring which is buried and one bottle cap on the surface, and first we passed over the two targets with program 1. With the program 1, which is the general program, you could hear both targets, and after that we pass over the two targets with the park program, which have the bottle cap activated, the bottle cap filter. And with this program, the good target ring and the bottle cap is totally silent.
Really impressive to see how quickly you could just change onto that HF2 coil as well. Knowing that it's fully compatible, you can carry it in your backpack, and when you want that extra bit of information from the ground or a bit more precision, you can just pull out that HF2 coil, put it on and pair it, and you're good to go. And Cédric very kindly showed us how quick and simple that actually is. So Cédric, yes, thank you.
Because of the lightweight of the detector, Cédric said that yes, it's easy to be very precise on the sweeping, and this way you could detect longer and more precisely. Merci. Perfect. Cédric.
Avec plaisir.
Merci, Cédric. Thank you very much for coming on and showing us your videos. Yeah, see you soon. Perfect. So we've seen two videos now of the XP Icon and the Icon X on in some action on the beach and in the surf, but I think it's now time to see what it can do in the fields. Now, this is a clip taken from my latest video, which is going to be on the XP channel. For anyone that missed the start of the show, the video is going to be released on the XP channel not long after this show has finished, as well as the XP Icon and Icon X manual, which is going to be available for you to go and download on the XP website. So even when this show is finished, you've still got lots of things to go and do and download and see as well. But let's play a video from a clip from the video, and hopefully we can see a little bit of action from the XP Icon in the field. So let's play this one. So as you can hear, it wasn't a very deep target, but it was certainly a viable target, and I love the way this machine locks on to target.
Looks like this one's just turned out to be a modern coin, but we were able to pinpoint it precisely with the XP Icon, especially if we've got our MI6 pinpointer paired. Notice how when we move closer to the object, the sound becomes more consistent. We can also adjust the volume very easily by pushing the minus or plus key. So there was a target using the field program, but I just found out that this field used to be a camping spot, and so I think it's a perfect contender for the park program, which is designed for much more trashier areas. Sometimes in built-up areas or tricky environments, it's important to adjust your sensitivity up and down. Luckily, on the Icon, it's simple to do simply by pressing the minus button to go down or the plus button to go up. It goes up to a value of 25.
So using the park program, very similar to what we were saying earlier, bit discrimination, slightly different settings.
Well, looks like this is just part of an old aluminium ring pool, so it's definitely a trashy area, but it gave us a nice clear tone, and that could easily have been something gold.
So there we go. We together tonight as a team have found 3 ring pulls, which has got to be the worst luck in detecting history. But I just want to give kind of my feedback on the detector really and my experience with it. So I've used it for quite some time obviously, and I just absolutely love the weight of the machine. As Cédric said, it just feels so nice to hold and to use, and you know, there's something to be said about a very light detector. It really does make a difference. And with the Icon, to imagine that it's even lighter than the Deus 2 is quite incredible. But actually, you know, the Deus 2 is, for me, an absolute dream to use. But then I pick up the Icon and it's just that little bit lighter, and I think, how is that even possible? But it is. And I think one of the other things I really like about the Icon, using it in the field as well, is its ability to just kind of lock on to targets really well and really precisely. And I found this with the HF2 coil. One reason I really love using that coil is because it's almost silent until you get a target, and I actually sometimes have to wave that coil in front of my spade just to go, oh yeah, it's on. But when you get a target, it's just boom, it's just locks onto it, and it's so precise, and it's a pleasure to use. And I actually found a very similar experience using the Icon as well, so I was extremely impressed with it. Yeah, the video will be out after the show. Perfect, so we're going to move on to the next segment, and this is where we're going to talk a little bit more detail about price and availability. And there is no better person to do this other than, of course, the XP man himself, the legend that is Philippe Collin. So we're going to bring Philippe on now. Let's see if he's still around. Hey! Hi Philippe,
hello,
how are you?
Philippe. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, Philippe. So, Philippe, we know that you're the perfect person to come and talk to us all about price and availability. I know it's a question that's going to be on everyone's lips. When are they going to get these detectors? How much are they going to cost? Can you tell us some more?
I will call first about the most important, the availability. The product is now available. The product is available in France. They arrive in our distributor warehouse. Il y en aura pour tout le monde. Nous avons prévu une grosse quantité pour la France. Let's talk now about the other country. About European country, I mean Germany, Netherlands, Spain, Italy, Czech Republic, Poland, etc. All the products are leaving now XP at the moment I'm speaking, and the product will arrive in the different warehouses next week. So every country will have a decent quantity to start, and in the next weeks we will ship more and more, so everybody will be able to buy the Icon in Europe by the end of May, beginning of June, let's say that. For the other country, the overseas, as we are calling them, so USA, China, Australia, South of America. All the distributors already sent us orders. We are now shipping orders by sea everywhere, and I think that the availability will be from July in USA, in China, in Australia, in all these kind of countries. The distributors will receive the product in the beginning of July. Let's say beginning of July. Maybe some will be lucky and will receive it in the end of June, but let's say beginning of July, it will be more accurate, available. I would say. Yeah. About the product that will be available. So the 4 model of the Icon remote control, let's call it Icon RC, the Icon Full with the WSA ST stereo headphones, not this one, and then the Icon X RC and the Icon X with the WSA ST. I saw some question about coil, remote control. Thank you, Sylvain. About the different devices that will be or not available. Yes, everything will be available. We want that Deus 2 owner can find a coil, can find the remote, and will be able to buy them to test and try, maybe as a backup or to try the Icon if he wants to try the Icon. So every device will be separately available as soon as the distributor will order them. No problem at all to find this product. About the price now, let's say I will not talk about the dollar, I will not talk about pound or other currencies. I will just talk about euro, and everybody will make the
Conversion.
The conversion with the exchange rate from his country. Let's talk sales tax included. So the Icon RC, so the more affordable configuration, the Icon RC, so the stem from the Icon coil and remote control. Le price is 499 euros. Donc le prix pour l'Icon le plus simple, l'Icon avec le disque, la canne et la télécommande, 499 euros TTC. About the Icon with the WSA ST, we made a discount for the release of the product, and the Icon with the WSA ST, the price is 599. Sorry, 599 euro. The Icon X with the remote control, so Icon X now, we changed from Icon to Icon X. The Icon X without headphone is 599 euro. And the Icon X with the WSA ST headphones, the wireless ST headphone, Sylvain. Thank you.
There you go.
699. So the full version, the most complete version with the full software option available is 699 euro. Multi-frequency, 5 meters waterproof, lightest metal detector in the world. Do not forget that you can use the Icon with the remote control in your pocket or in your arm with the XP case, and like this, the detector is the lightest that we ever made, 710 grams. 700 grams is almost the half from the competitors. You will have something very, 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 very light. You will go fast. You will find more in the same amount of time. So that's for the prices. That's for the availability.
Just to very quickly reiterate on something that you said, because I think it's very important. So what you're saying is that there's €100 difference between getting the Icon and then getting the Icon with the WSA ST headphones, and then if you want to get the Icon X, you just spend another €100 and you can have it with the WSA ST headphones as well, which I'm not the best mathematician, but that is surely a great price, because that's cheaper than buying a set of headphones, right?
Yeah, definitely. The headphones separately is 150 euro. So if you buy the complete bundle, you save 50 euro. So 50 euro on a, let's say, 500 euro machine, it's 10% discount. So it's already a good price for a release.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's really, really good. Very impressive indeed. Yeah.
The Deus 2 now is working with the 4.1 version. This version is not compatible with Icon devices. But next week, we will release the 4.2 version for the Deus 2. And this version will open the whole compatibility with the whole Icon devices, whatever the coil or something else. And because of this, because of the same reason, when you will receive your Icon, if you buy the Icon without the headphones and you buy separately your headphones, the headphones are coming from the Deus 2 ecosystem. So you will need to update the headphones to the 4.2 version, and then it will be compatible with the Icon. But of course, if you buy the icon with the headphones together, the same bundle, everything will be paired and work immediately. That's important to note that except the BH01, except the experimenter, everything from the Deus 2 is compatible with the icon. So if someone prefers the big ear
over-ear headphones,
over-ear headphones, the WSA XL ST headphones, it will be compatible with the icon. No problem. You can buy the both. You will just need to update the headphone to the 4.2 version to get the compatibility with your icon. That's it, as Sylvain explained. So from tomorrow, not next week. Another good news.
From tomorrow, you heard it here first.
Yeah, it starts. We will release the main 4.2 version, as you said, certainly next week. Yes.
Yeah, for
Excellent.
the remote. Yeah.
For the remote and WS6 and WS6 ST as well.
Okay, perfect. I'm aware that we are running slightly over time, and I think one of the most important parts and why a lot of people have been hanging around is because they probably want to ask us some questions. So let's move into the questions straight away and have a look. So we've got, is the arm stem becoming carbon fiber too? Philippe, you're jumping right in. Go for it. It's not going to be carbon fiber.
It's gonna be. We would definitely prefer to keep the flexibility of the armrest.
Yeah, I agree.
So not.
Yeah. It makes a difference. Yeah.
Yep.
Any idea when they are available in the UK shops?
I just talked with a UK manager this afternoon about this topic. We already shipped to UK 1 week, maybe 10 days ago, the first batch, the first shipment. But regarding the new custom rules with the Brexit, UK shops will have to wait 1 or 2 weeks more. But we are confident that in something like in between 1 and 2 weeks, it will be available.
Yeah, that's good news. Is the XP Deus 2 still the flagship detector? Yeah, it absolutely is. It really is. Don't get me wrong, the Icon and the Icon X, if you've got that amount of money to spend, is a formidable machine. It really is. But for me, if I had both on the wall and I was going to go out detecting, I think I would probably still choose the Deus 2, if I'm honest, and I have done, and that's the truth. Do the Icon X have an XY discrimination graphic?
No, the display can't manage to have an XY screen as precise as the Deus 2. So
yeah, again, if you want the XY screen, that's what the XP Deus 2 is there for, those slightly advanced settings that give you the extra benefit. Does the Icon and Icon X have new stereo sounds? Yes, it absolutely does. Yeah.
Yes. We have included some morphing effects, slight morphing effects into the Icon and Icon X sound.
Yeah, and if you want a preview of that, that's actually going to be on my video, which I think is already released or released very soon after the show. Can you put the coils from the Deus 2 onto the Icon?
As we demonstrate.
not only the HF2 coil, but also the 9-inch, the 11-inch, the 13x11.
Yeah, the whole range. The MI6 pinpointer can be paired. Literally everything you have other than the Extreme Hunter can connect into our ecosystem, and you can build up a whole repertoire of things to use in the right conditions. Custom programs. Can you do your own programs? Yeah.
Yes. You could have one custom program for one factory program. So yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Icon, you can have 3 custom programs. Icon X, you can have 6 custom programs.
Correct.
Will there be an adapter cable to use other headphones besides the bone conductor ones?
So, do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You've just frozen, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yes, but there is. It's not the question. The question is about the bond conduction. So the BH01 will not be able to be connected to the remote of the icon, but and as I said before, we have two devices which are not compatible with the icon. The BH01, which is true, it's a good question from this customer, and the Extreme Hunter. But we will come with a BH02 with an USB-C connector that will be compatible with the USB-C connector from the icon. So this USB connector on the remote is ready to charge the remote control and also able to be plugged with the BH02 to get the bond conductive headphone on your jaws to hear the sound underwater.
And you have also the option to plug any wired headphones if you want.
Yeah.
Of course.
Jack 3.5 millimeter with the special adapter on the USB-C for the icon.
Yeah, D099. Yeah. So the next question is, can you adjust the max frequency? I guess this question stems from the Deus 2, where of course you can adjust the max frequency. Sylvain, do you want to answer this one?
As I said, regarding the multi-frequency operation, it will be all automatic. So no max frequency settings, all automatic.
All automatic. Okay, perfect. Makes it nice and simple, right?
Yes, it's the goal.
When will these be available in the United States? So Philippe has already answered this, but Philippe, are you still there?
Yeah,
perfect.
Still there. I don't know what happened with my camera. But it doesn't matter.
If you want to give our friends over in the States a rough estimate as to when they can possibly expect their units to be available in stores.
Yeah, from what I know, I think that the full container we shipped to USA for the first batch, only the first batch, will arrive in USA in early July, maybe late June, but let's say early July. It will be more accurate, I think.
Yeah, perfect. What I would say with that is that if you're interested in getting one, get your name down on a pre-order list as fast as possible, because I'm sure they're going to be very popular.
Yeah,
the next question is...
We already get a huge quantity of pre-orders from USA. Huge.
Yeah. Next question is, can I run a higher single frequency if HF2 coil is attached to the icon? So that's a really good question.
Yes, indeed. So yes, you could go up to, as I remember, for the icon with the HF2 in mono frequency operation, in single frequency operation, you could go up to around 90 kilohertz in mono frequency, in single frequency, and with the Iconics you go up to 120, like the Deus 2.
Yeah, perfect. So you can go all the way up to 120 kilohertz, exactly the same as the Deus 2. So that's pretty impressive. Yeah. Great. So I'm not sure where Philippe's gone, but hopefully he can rejoin us. So we will try and get him back if he wants to answer some questions. But the next question is, we can hear you. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah, you're here. So it says, does the Icon 11-inch coil give the same frequency max when connected to the Deus 2? And how does both the Icon and Deus coils compare to each other performance-wise? Now, it's an interesting question because, of course, it's easy to assume that because the coil is light and it's, a different weight to the Deus 2, is it as good? I'll quite happily say that I've gone out detecting with the Deus 2 and the Icon, and I haven't really noticed a huge difference in terms of performance, if I'm honest with you. And as I said previously, earlier on in the live show, I quite like the fact that the Icon is quite sort of stable as well, and I think it might be like that because it's just a more simplistic way of detecting. But Sylvain, I don't know if you have anything to add to that whatsoever.
Yeah. So when you connect an Icon coil on the Deus 2, you can't choose the frequency max. You could just adjust the frequency shift, And regarding the second part of the question,
so the next question is, can we buy the Icon RC individually? And the answer to that is absolutely you can.
Yes.
In fact, you can buy the RC, you can buy the coil, you can buy the stem, just like you can with the Deus 2, right, Philippe?
Exactly. And the price for the Icon remote control will be $299 and $349 for the Icon X. And some country already order some RC separately done from the bundle, so it will be available very, very soon. Just ask your local dealer and they will order to us.
Great stuff. So I think we've got enough time for one more question, which is 4.2, is it more features for the Deus 2 or is it just compatibility for the Icon? Another great question, really. Is it going to change anything if you're currently using the Deus 2 on 4.1, or is it going to be exactly the same, but just give you that compatibility with Icon coils and accessories?
I just want to take the opportunity to talk about updates. So, to answer this question really short, yes, it just had the compatibility with the Icon, but we always fix plenty of things. We always improve reliability. So it is always good to update because the latest update is the more stable.
Yeah. And I just want to add to that as well that even though slight things are maybe, solved or done better, does it mean that your favorite programs are they going to work different? No, they're not. They're exactly the same as before, unless there are huge advancements in the firmware. I'm correct in saying that, right, Sylvain? In terms of programs, should be exactly the same as before. Well, that is pretty much all the questions out the way, and of course all the segments out the way as well. I just want to take the opportunity to thank absolutely everybody that's joined onto the show today. We've had a really big audience and the questions have been absolutely amazing as well. I want to thank Sylvain here for joining me as co-host as always. Thank you for your knowledge. The Oracle is his name. Oracle is his nature. So yeah, we really appreciate you, Sylvain, for coming on. Thank you very much. And
My
of course, to Cédric as well for coming on and recording some amazing clips for you to see. If you're joining this live show a bit late, then it will be uploaded later on to our social media platforms so that you can go back and watch it and discover it again entirely like it's a new video. I also want to thank Merrill for joining us on the beach. Hopefully he found that gold coin. He didn't text me, so you never know, it might just have been more ring pulls, but thank you very much to Merrill for joining, and of course thank you very much to Philippe Collin as well. Philippe, do you have anything more you want to say just to round up, or are you good?
Be iconic.
Be iconic. Yeah, be different, be iconic. You won't regret it. It really is a wonderful metal detector, and we are so confident that you're going to go out there and enjoy using this product just as much as we are. So that is it for the live show. We have overrun, even though we tried our very best to keep it around an hour, but we wanted to get those questions in at the end for each and every one of you as well. So again, wherever you are watching in the world, thank you for getting involved in the live stream. We will try to make this a regular occurrence when we've got something that we want to share with you, and obviously you can experience new information and we can learn together. I have been Michael Eakers. I really appreciate it. And of course, when we see you again, hopefully it won't be a very long. Be different, be iconic, go and experience it. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. Thank you.